This is the Citi newsroom. Now, an ounce of protection, they say, is worth a pound of cure. And as the coronavirus continues to spread across the globe, infecting over 100,000 people and killing more than 4,000, governments across the globe are taking steps to protect their citizens. Now, on this edition of the Citi newsroom, we are moving around educational institutions across the country to find out how well prepared are we. We do know that some educational institutions across the world are moving learning and lectures, from their physical structures online. Now, before we get onto the ground to speak to students, we do know that the state prosecutor has asked former Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, who is in court in connection to the collapse of UT and Unibank, to self-quarantine after he returns from Nigeria for an emergency trip. Also, when you move to Parliament, we do know that the August House is taking steps asking parliamentarians not to shake hands, and also hand sanitizers are being provided at vantage points to protect members. Let's take a listen to the Speaker.
Honourable members are respectfully reminded to avoid shaking hands. And honourable members, let's not laugh in this honorable house, lest our children may think we are talking about something light. It is very, very serious. We don't want problems for ourselves in this country of ours. Whatever it is, the transmission has been identified, particularly with handshaking, particularly with using the hands on the face, whereby it will enter any of the apertures and matters of that. Let us treat it with the seriousness it deserves. And honourable members are further advised that sanitizers have been installed at vantage points in the house. Please take advantage and keep on sanitizing your hands. We are all advised accordingly.
Now, one of the well-preached means by which one can protect themselves from contracting the coronavirus is the regular washing of hands, with soap. But as we have seen on the University of Ghana campus, some halls are having issues with water, and one of the worst affected places is Kwapong. I'm currently on the third floor, trying to, speak to some of the students with regards to, the seriousness of the issue when it comes to water shortage. Knock, knock. Big man, how are you? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Sorry if I'm intruding. My name is Bobi Osei. I'm from Citi. We hear that there is an issue with water supply in this particular, hall, that's Kwapong. Knowing that one of the means by which you can protect yourself from contracting the coronavirus is by regularly washing your hands with soap for at least 20 seconds. We just want to find out how bad is the situation.
I mean, the situation started about 4 days ago. We've been having shortage of water since last week and up to this time, and we've been facing a lot of problems because of that. You'd have to go to the quadrangle before you can get water and come and wash your things, bath with it, cook, and those kind of cook, and everything that has to do with water. So that's basically it.
So you're telling me your taps are not flowing?
Yeah,
Can I see? Okay, let's check it out. Let me.
You see that the place is a little bit unclean.
Yeah, let me.
Wow.
So I've opened the tap, and as you can see, there's no water flowing. The shower too, the same. Wow.
The same thing applies here.
The sink also has no water flowing in there. How worrying is this for you, seeing that you've been asked to wash our hands regularly?
Yeah, it's very worrisome because of the fact that, as you see, they've been sensitizing us on social media, on television stations, FM radios and those kind of things. That's one of the ways in which we can prevent the deadly coronavirus is by washing our hands regularly and then using hand sanitizers and the sort. And because of the shortage of water, I mean, you could see that we have no water in here. If you need water for, I mean, the laboratory, bathing, washing of hands and those kind of things, you could see that we have nothing of the sort here. And so it's very worrying.
Just to paint a picture for you, I mean, for a lot of students on campus, a lot of time is actually spent in their halls of residence. They do go for lectures, sometimes in the morning for a few hours, but then, I mean, they come back, they rest, they eat, they learn, right, in these areas. And if they do not have water, then it really becomes a bit of a problem. I do know that we have a student leader in this particular room. I'm going to speak to him in his capacity to talk to me about how students are essentially preparing and what he makes of the level of preparation. I mean, you must be disappointed or surprised with the water situation and the level of preparedness in preventing the spread of the coronavirus.
Well, we are. We've been facing the water issue for a couple of days now. The authorities in charge of it have given us an assurance that they are working around the clock to fix the problem. Actually, the pump was damaged, so they tried repairing it altogether, but the severity of the damage is very high, such that they would have to replace the entire pumping system. And so they have given us an assurance that they are going to do that by close of tomorrow. We are hoping that they are going to do that. Okay.
I mean, that's good. But I mean, for you, generally, what do you make of the level of awareness of the ordinary student?
I think it's very, very poor. We had a residence board meeting. At the residence board meeting, the director of health services gave a number of mechanisms they were going to put in place. They said they are setting up a hotspot at the university hospital, and they are supposed to engage in a campaign of a sort to educate students on the virus. I don't think you can go around, have a survey, and you'll be surprised to know that some students don't even know that the coronavirus even exists at all, because there hasn't been that kind of sensitization. Emails have been sent to every student, and I don't think that would suffice, because students ordinarily do not even open their inboxes. So I think more they are doing their best in terms of the sensitization and all that, but more should be done so that students will be made aware.
So what are other institutions doing across the country? You're still watching the Citi Newsroom.